Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you read by the title, I have a quick tutorial of how I did these cute Nike nails with some line art. So if you want to see how I did it, then keep on watching. So as you can see, I already did lay the acrylic on top of the nail. So I used second nude from Not Polish for that, and now I'm taking some white gel polish and a liner brush to just start drawing some lines on the bottom of the nail. And I'm also gonna draw like a French line. So I started by drawing the line on the bottom of the nail, and there's not really much to explain with this line. It's just trying to draw the line as straight as possible at the bottom of the line. And as you can see, I also took it to the side of the nail. And if you're like struggling with nail art, or like you're scared you're gonna mess up this line before you're going to the French line, then make sure to cure this one first in the lamp and then go to the French line, because I didn't do this, but I got scared sometimes that I would mess it up. So if you want to be extra safe, just cure this line first and then move on to the French line. So for that French line, I'm just drawing a dot at the very center of the nail where I want the French to end, like the bottom of the French line, and then another 2 dots at the sides of the nails where I want the French lines to go. And then I just connect the 3 dots with each other with like a rounded line, if that makes sense. And you don't have to worry if it doesn't come out perfectly right away, because you can always clean it up with a small brush and some acetone later on. And I'm gonna show you guys that also in the video in a second, because I did not like how it came out at the first time. So yeah, but remember to clean it up before curing, of course. And then when you like it, you cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds or a minute. I cure mine's for a minute because I take a minute or more for the next nail anyway, so I just cure it for a minute in the lamp. So for the first Nike swoosh, I take a little dotting tool and I dip it into my black gel polish, and I place it just a little bit to the left of the center of the nail, because if you would place it at the center of the nail, the Nike swoosh by itself would not be centered. And you want to make sure you don't take too much product on top of the dotting tool. And then next I take my liner brush again and I dip it into the product as well, with again not too much product. And I drag up the longer line of the swoosh at like about a 30 30-degree angle, and you want to make sure it ends at a point. And for the smaller line, you drag it up at almost 90 degrees, and yeah, also make it end at a point. But I think you all know how the Nike logo looks like. But if it's hard for you to imagine just like that, just look it up on Google, or take some of your shoes or whatever that have the Nike logo on it. And yeah, it makes it easier if you have a reference to draw it for sure. Or you can also draw it on with a pencil first, and then you can follow the lines way easier. That helps me sometimes. So that's just a tip for you guys if you struggle with drawing it on just like that freehand. And make sure to cure it in the lamp for at least 30 seconds when you're done. And as you can see here, again, you can always also clean it up with some acetone and a little brush, and like a flat brush. And yeah, just clean it up, clean up the sides if they're a little wonky or you don't like the way it looks, and that's no problem. That's the good thing about gel polish. You can always clean it up really easily and cure it when you like it. And yeah, you can see here I'm gonna draw another one on top, but I definitely cured this one first before moving on to the second one, because I did not want to mess up the first one while cleaning up like the second one if I made a mistake or something. And I totally forgot to tell you guys that I did do a second coat on most of the line arts as well as the swooshes. So if you feel like it's not as pigmented yet as you want it to be, you can always do a second coat or even a third coat. But I don't really recommend a third coat because it will be a little bit bulky. But for all of the lines, I did definitely do a second coat, and I did not show you guys that, but it's the same process and actually way easier for the second coat. And then for the white swooshes, I did a second coat. I don't remember if I did it for the black one, but yeah, you can see by yourself if you don't like the way it looks yet, or you need just more pigment, then go ahead and do a second coat. And if you want to do a little bit of a bigger swoosh, you can just take a bigger dotting tool or just make a bigger dot, and like that you will automatically create a little bit of a bigger one. And next, I did use some pigment for some of the nails. And if you want to use pigment, you have to cure the gel polish for only 30 seconds, not more than 30 seconds in the lamp, and then take your pigment on like a little sponge like this one, or like this one came with the pigment itself, or you can use a little piece of a makeup sponge, something like that, or any other sponge would work too, I think. And for this particular nail I did use holographic pigment, and you just want to kind of rub it on top of the polish. So for the next one I did use some gold pigment, and I did just the same thing as with the holographic one, but this one was so pigmented that it even like stayed outside of the where the gel polish was. And you want to brush off the excess always with a little brush, but as you can see it did not take off all of it, so I had to go in with some acetone and a flat brush and clean up the sides. You could use like a gold gel polish as well, of course, if you find that easier, but I did not have that on hand, so I did it with this pigment. This pigment is like one of my first things I had in my nail collection, so I don't remember where I got it from or anything like that, but let me know down below in the comments if you have the same struggle with other types of gold pigments, or is it just this one? Because I did not have it, for example, with the silver one or with the holographic one. Here I just wanted to show you guys really quick what you can do if you do not like the design and it is already cured and everything. So the first thing I did is take off the pigment with the cotton bud with some acetone on it, and after that I took a buffer stick and just lightly buffed the Nike swoosh away, and I try to not go on top of the lines, so use only the side of your buffer stick. Don't put it like flat on top of the nail, just really only where the Nike swoosh is, and then you can just go in and draw it again. Last but not least, you want to take top coat, of course, and put one layer of top coat on all of the nails and then cure it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm taking the top coat from Not Polish. And also you want to make sure to clean up the sides to prevent bulkiness on the sides and the front of the nail. So yeah guys, this was pretty much it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video, and it does help me a lot. And make sure to comment down below how I did in this video and what you want me to do next time. I'm really curious to see what you guys are interested in seeing. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!